Here we have a new 2023 Honda CR-V Hybrid. This one comes in the sport trim level in meteorite gray metallic, and then our interior consists of black cloth. Now the powertrain is going to be a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, made it to a continuously variable transmission. And just love the all-new styling for the CR-V. It's so good, so futuristic. Front end here, LED daytime running lights along with LED headlamps, and just love how the gloss black here, big Honda emblem there, and just really nice look. Just did such a great job with this vehicle. And then down here we have 18-inch aluminum wheels. We get passive keyless entry on the front 2 doors. And then over here we have the controls for our power windows with 1-touch automatic up and down for the front, rear window lock there, power door lock controls here, power mirror controls there. You can turn it off there, right side, left side, and then just control that circle there. Really like how they did the door panel here. Big bottle holder there, a little pocket there. Then you have CR-V carved there. And then in the Sport we get a power driver seat with 2-way power lumbar support. Nice touch there. And before we check out the legroom, let's look at this window sticker. Here are all of your standard equipment. That's actually a 10-way power driver seat. Very impressed by that. And looking at this price tag here, obviously how it drives, but for all the features you get, very impressed with only being $34,000 sticker. And a huge shout out to Darrell Waltrip Honda for allowing me to review this CR-V Hybrid today. Now let's check out this back seat space. Now being 6'3" and having the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size, extremely impressed here. I mean, I feel like I'm in the back of a Tahoe or something, and this smaller SUV here that's getting 40+ miles per gallon. Nice to have all that space. Rear AC vents are here, 2 USB-C chargers there. Nice seat pocket on the passenger side. And then center seat folds down, cup holders are right there. Let's see about these dome lights. Ooh, we get the premium dome lights as well. And then grab handles here, hanger for your shirts there. So far, no misses that I'm seeing. Capless fuel filler there, really nice. And then coming around to the back end, really love the look there with the tail lights, dual exhaust, really nice. So popping the trunk here, plenty of storage of course in the back. Then we have a box here. I think this is for the liners for the floor, but I love how we have little pockets here that's held up, and then you can put stuff that you want in the trunk but you don't want to slide around there. On either side you have a 12-volt back here, and then fun fact is the actual hybrid battery is underneath all of this here in that area. And then one more thing I forgot to mention, we do have LED tail lights to go with the headlights, so very nice. And there is our exhaust there. But yeah, I just can't say enough about this styling. Really nice. Did a great job with this CR-V. And then we can lean the seats back several different ways. And they also fold flat to run longer objects on both sides. And I do like that they have the rear side airbags here as well for added safety. And then our front passenger seat here is going to be 4-way manual. Lockable glove compartment, owner's manuals here. And same with the Civic Sport. Really like how they have the styling here with the AC vents. Makes everything just look really nicely put together. And my favorite thing about these is when the battery's charged up and you just walk around it and it's absolutely silent. It's kind of eerie because when the engine starts, of course, it's louder, but then it just goes silent out of nowhere and you're kind of just hearing yourself breathe. And just a slight hum from that motor there and the battery. So there's the 2-liter hybrid powertrain. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So love that we get a leather wrap steering wheel here, nice touch. And then over to this radio, this is the same thing in the Civic Sport I was talking about. If you've seen that review, love how everything is kind of minimalistic once it's set up and just really easy to use. You're not having to go through 5 menus to find your Bluetooth and like just hit connect, you're good to go. And same thing when you want to set up your Bluetooth, add the device, there you go. So just really simple controls here. Then if you need to go to the menu to actually go through, let's say connect a new device, you can do that. All of your settings under one roof here, and volume knob here, track list, and then you can also use this to go through your options here as well. Just really nicely thought out, and then you still have the touchscreen to use too. And there's a backup camera, guidelines that follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And of course, this is gonna have the multi-view rear monitor, so you can zoom in there, get 3 different views based on how you're wanting to back up or what you're wanting to see. Hazards here. And then we do get dual zone automatic climate controls in this Sport, which is nice to have. And we can adjust temperature here, we can unsync it here. Of course, we can just sync by hitting the button, cut it on and off, which is nice. You also get 3-stage heated seats for the driver, front passenger. Then here, you decide where you want the airflow to go, turn on defroster, and then this will do your rear defrost as well as your heated mirrors. And you can toggle your AC there, and it'll tell you whether it's on and off. So really just like how all this is not really confusing, but you can do everything you need to do with it. And down here, we have 2 USB ports. So a USB-A, you can run that Apple CarPlay or Android Auto off of, then a USB-C fast charge port here, 12 volt. And just love all of the space here. So you can actually put 2 phones here comfortably and then have one using each USB port. And then for the CVT, of course, you can just pull this lever, reverse, neutral, drive, and then your battery mode. So this will turn on your degradation, or not degradation, excuse me, your regenerative braking, and then you'll get that maxed out so you're constantly charging the battery. And then you have your drive modes here. I like that we get 4. We have snow, econ, normal, sport. And then we have our downhill brake control here. And then electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, press down to disengage, automatic brake hold, cup holders here. Decent size center console cubby space. Sunglasses holder here. I'm about to show the sunroof. Controls for that, you can push to tilt or pull all the way back. One touch slide that. And then you can do the same thing to close it. And so I don't know what got on my lens here. I like that we get the premium dome lights up here. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. And going to the steering wheel, we can go through our sources, whether it's AM, FM, or if we have our Bluetooth or CarPlay hooked up, we can go through all of that. And then volume controls here, track list or radio station presets here, home button here for the left side of the gauge cluster, and we can scroll through our options there, depending on what we're in, and then voice recognition button here. Right side of the steering wheel, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise, the cruise control controls, and then we can toggle our gap adjust there for that adaptive cruise. Headlamp controls are here, and high beams there, flash there. And then we have our windshield wiper controls here. So one time, intermittent, low, high. We can set our intermittent here, and then we can set our rear wiper here. And then whether you pull up here or pull back here, that's your rear wiper fluid, and then pull up for your front wiper fluid. But really just like how everything is set up in here. Very impressed with just how minimalistic everything is, but you still have everything you need. There's your push button start, and here is your key fob with remote start. But now to the fun part. Let's go ahead and take this 2023 CR-V Hybrid Sport out on the road for a quick test drive. So really just like how the CR-V Hybrid drives, just going down the road, it's very, very simple to operate. And I like that a lot of the time, the battery's doing all of the work. as opposed to always having the engine on and then just getting EV out of the corner. I'm in this battery mode now, and driving through the parking lot, before I got out on the road, the engine did not come on once. And it only came on when I had to give it a little bit of juice to get out of the parking lot I was in. But really, really comfortable drive so far. Just, I love the steering feel of the CR-V hybrid. And throttle response is good. Brake pedal feels really good. Now, one issue, and I'll learn this before I do another CR-V in a different trim level, don't know how or if you even can just get regular cruise, if there's like a way to do that and not just have the adaptive cruise on. Now, very torquey feel, which I like. Going uphill there, I had a lot of that low end power coming from the electric motor, which is very helpful. And it really does give you kind of a supercharged feel for a second. I should say a slight supercharged feel. It doesn't feel like an actual supercharger, but you just have that extra power when you need it, and you're not just getting the gas motor, you're getting the electric motor as well, and it just helps having that. And that's really why I like hybrids and EVs so much. Hybrids in particular is because you get that low end off the line acceleration from the electric motors, and then the gas engines just kind of help you get through that until they're doing most of the work. And it really just helps this 2-liter setup feel that much faster. Now, I just realized that I've had the vehicle in snow mode, so that's really the most died down drive mode you can get, and really just like how fast it felt. And now that I have it in sport mode, like I said, having the electric help, I guess, really does make a vehicle that much quicker, because this feels so much faster than the Civic Sport I just drove that just has a 2-liter 4-cylinder, no help from an EV powertrain, and this just feels so much quicker. And even the CVT revs felt a little smoother to me. But a very, very impressive drivetrain here. And once again, every time I come out of a corner, I can feel the electric motor doing its thing. But really, just a really good driving car. And I've driven older CR-Vs, they just don't drive as well as this one does. Just the suspension feels good, the steering feels good, the acceleration feels fantastic. And I'm getting much better gas mileage as well. I'm gonna put it into the normal mode now, and I'm gonna give it some throttle getting on the interstate here. So it's just gonna be normal acceleration when my foot's down. And again, so much quicker. It feels so much quicker, let me say that, because I'm not 100%, but it just feels so much quicker than the Civic with a 2-liter in it. And I have to test out a CR-V with just a regular engine in it to see how it compares, but just really, really impressive acceleration. And I have in the battery mode, and wonder why I can't put it in a cruise, but in drive, you can't have the regen on max, I guess, to use the cruise control. So you got to make sure that you're in just the regular drive mode there. And there's a quick show of the lane centering and the adaptive cruise working. But really just really strong brake pedal feel, even with the regen on, really strong brake pedal feel, and just a really good feel all the way around driving this CR-V hybrid. And we can put the brake hold on now, and then I let my foot off. So final thoughts on the CR-V, really impressive powertrain. I'd have to test it against the RAV4 hybrid, which is gonna be the main competitor, but also just the Equinox as well as the Escape. Now the Escape Hybrid, I haven't driven one of those either, but just a really good option if you're in that segment, you're trying to get 40 miles per gallon from an SUV. And honestly, for the price, you get a lot for the money, like I said earlier, especially after driving this. You're gonna be saving so much in fuel as opposed to driving, let's just say, a naturally aspirated CR-V or a Chevy Equinox or something else, and you still feel like you are just as capable with acceleration, driving feel, everything. So definitely checks all the boxes in my opinion. And this will bring me to the end of my review of the new 2023 Honda CR-V Hybrid Sport.